guys, thanks for staying tuned. This is John again with CableSupply.com. I'm here to show you just exactly how we install this Vanco Rapid Link power system. As you can see, I've cut a couple holes in my wall. I measured them out nicely and precisely. I always measure twice, cut once kind of thing. I measured this one out on par with my power and my coax so that it looks similar. And I cut this one just far enough that it will be, I have an inch or two clearance on my flat screen, but that I can still fit something into it. I've also pulled my HDMI cable, which is that I got from CableSupply.com, and I pulled 14.2 Romex. Now you can get this at any hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, even your Ma and Pa hardware store. Anywhere should have it. Now, if you can see, I took apart the unit. When it comes in the package, this outlet comes attached. This comes attached to the unit itself. So what I did was I unscrewed it from the faceplate and took this off so that I can use it. Now what I'm going to do, if you can see on the back, it has little tabs on it. Now when you go to screw it in, these tabs will turn up. So what you want to do is punch out a tab on the back, depending upon where you want your Romex to come in through. So I punched out my tab. I'm going to fish my Romex through here. And what you want is a little bit of the actual sheathing of the Romex to be sticking in your box. That's good. That's where you want it to be. Okay, and as you see, I've already stripped the outer sheathing off these wires, which is necessary to do as well. You're going to want at least 6 to 8 inches of wire sticking out to play with. So after you've done this, after you've tucked it in, as you can see, it's pretty secure in there. We're going to put this box back into our wall. What I'm going to do is pull it all the way to the left side, and I'm going to screw in my tabs. Now you want it to be snug in the wall, but not too tight. Remember, these things are made out of plastic, so they can break if you're not careful. So once you feel it snug and you can see this little lip is snug against the wall, it's time to stop tightening. Okay, and as you can see, it's snug. If I were to really pull on this, I could pull it out, but you want it snug in there. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is of vital importance, especially to people who haven't done any electrical work in the past. Now I'm going to take this piece and show you exactly how these colors fit into it. Now as you can see, there are 3 different holes, and we're going to show you exactly which wires are going into the holes, and they're color-coded for our convenience. There's a green, a black, and a clear. Now the clear is going to go with the white. So I'll show you exactly how we do that. The ground wire is the one that does not have any outside coating on it. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the green, put the black in the black, we're going to put the white in the clear. Now if you have to kind of finagle these to get them in there, that's okay. They just need to go in there and sit in there pretty tightly. Another important part is try not to have any copper showing outside of this. You want to only strip off about 1/8 to 1/4 inch, so that the insulation is still what you see outside of here. Now as you can see on the side, they have little screws corresponding to the color of the hole. So that we're going to go ahead and tighten down the black screw. That is for our power. That's actually what the current is going to be running through. Tighten down our green screw. That's for our ground. And on this side, the one that's a little bit hard to get to is our silver screw. That's going to be for our neutral. Okay, so once we have that down and we pull on it a little bit, once they're screwed in, we should be able to pull on it a little bit. They're not going to come out. Then we know that we've tightened them down enough. Now as you can see, these are tight in there. I can pull on them. They're snug enough, so I know that we're good for our next portion. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull any networking or home entertainment cord that I need through this opening that I've already run through the wall. I'm going to pull this through, pull all the slack out behind me. Now, as you can see, we have the same type tabs on this that we did on our electrical box. What I'm going to do is try to get those flat so I can stick it in the wall. give my electrical wires a little bend so that they'll sit flat in the box. You can always shave off a little bit of this hole to make it just a touch bigger. You can get everything we need to in this hole. Now if you have to shave off the little sides of the hole, that's fine. You want it to be snug in the hole. You don't want to have to force it in there. So once you get it in there, you can screw these screws on the right hand side in on this faceplate. Like I showed you before, they have the same type tabs. So you'll actually feel them getting a little bit tighter as the resistance gets there. You don't want to tighten them too much. Alright, now I do have these other two screws that we're going to tighten the faceplate into our electrical box with. A lot of times I like to get these started with my hand because I can feel it a little better. And a little electrician's trick is, if you scrape the white paint off of these screws, you can always take a little bit of white nail polish and put it on there to keep them white and nice looking. And there you go. We have one side completed now. Now this HDMI cable is going to go to a Blu-ray player. And you can have more than one cable coming up through here. We can have Cat 5, we can have your red, white, and yellow cords. Whatever you need to go from point A to point B, you can have up here. Now I'm going to show you how to install the top portion of this, which is very, very similar to the bottom.